大家好，我係 Ruby， 續係 Emily 嘅門徒子欣。
Hello everyone, my name is Gianna, the disciple of Emily in the tribe of Pastor Ruby.
由細到大咧，我父母已經成日鬧交。
So since in my childhood, actually my parents were always arguing.
我都見過我阿爸咧拎刀去斬傷我媽咪啦。
Actually, I witnessed one incident that my father took up the knife and tried to kill my mother.
佢都會向親戚咧去到散播謠言，話我媽咪咧有第二個男人。
And he also spread the rumor amongst the relatives against my mother, saying that she was unfaithful to him.
但係事實上由離婚到我媽咪前年返天家。
But since their divorce until last year, that when my mom went back to heaven,
我媽咪咧都冇再拍過拖。
Actually, my mother was never engaging in any other relationship.
相反咧，我係由細到大咧一直見到爹哋咧一個女朋友換一個女朋友。
And instead, what I could see is that my father has been changing, has been having a lot of girlfriends all the times.
甚至因為媽咪抑鬱症自殺入院。
Because my mom suffered from the depression and she killed herself and she was admitted to the hospital.
我阿爸咧都冇返過嚟屋企咧照顧我哋。
And my father never came back home to take care of us.
所以我同阿哥由細都係自己互相支持咁樣去到長大。
So that's why my elder brother and I have been taking care of one another.
對我嚟講，爹哋咧係一個傷害我嘅存在。
To me, my father is a hurt.
我好少咧同佢接觸。
I seldom got along with him.
佢對我嘅教導咧，我一句都唔會聽。
I would never agree or accept his teaching for me.
到我中學信主受洗。
So when I was in the middle school, I accepted Christ and I was baptized.
我都冇同佢講，我都唔想同佢傳福音。
I never told him about all these things. I never tried to share the gospel with him either.
因為我覺得佢唔信耶穌都冇所謂。
Because for me, I don't think that it's good for him to receive Christ.
但當我嚟到611，
But yet when I joined 611,
我接受真理嘅裝備，亦都接受醫治釋放。
So I received a lot of teaching of the truth as well as the healing and deliverance.
我開始咧想同我爸爸咧修補關係。
So I started to mend the relationship with my father.
雖然咧佢冇供養我讀大學，
Even though he never supported me in terms of my education in the university.
但係我都邀請佢咧嚟睇我嘅畢業禮。
I still invited him to come along to join my graduation ceremony.
出嚟做嘢有收入之後，
So once I started working, I got some salary, right?
我都會去到承擔晒屋企所有嘅水電煤嘅支出。
So I would try to cover quite a lot of expenses of the family as well.
但我爸爸咧仍然會怪責我冇俾現金嘅家用佢。
But yet my father still blamed me for not giving him some cash for the monthly use.
所以咧我對佢仍然有苦毒，仍然有計較。
So that's why I still kept my bitterness against him.
我繼續去疏遠佢。
So that's why I tried to stay away from him.
一年咧大概可能見佢1次2次。
So maybe in a year I will meet him only for once or twice.
即使咧我之前結婚嘅時候，
some time ago I got married.
我都冇去到同佢商量咧有關我結婚嘅所有嘅 details。
So I didn't consult him regarding my marriage issues or wedding issues.
對我嚟講咧，佢個人喺度就 OK 啦。
But for me, his physical presence in the ceremony was enough.
直到今年年頭，佢嘅糖尿病嚴重咗好多。
But yet, at the beginning of this year, his diabetes got worse.
佢有機會咧要截肢。
So he was subject to amputation of the leg.
我先開始咧願意再一次嘅同佢連結。
So by then, I started to have the desire to stay more connected with him.
佢喺鄉下咧，佢唔願意入醫院接受治療。
Actually, when he was back in the hometown, he was not willing to be admitted to the hospital for treatment.
喺2個禮拜入邊咧，我係 keep 住咧翻鄉下去到勸佢啦、鬧佢啦，都冇用。
So throughout those two weeks of time, I've been going back to China to convince him, to persuade him to go into the hospital, but in vain.
令到咧自己好疲累、好傷心。
So that's why I become very exhausted as well as sad.
喺嗰個時候咧，我決定放手交俾神。
So since then, I made the decision to let it go, submit it to the Lord.
我同老公咧就喺屋企咧等候神，向神禱告。
And my husband and I have been waiting on God and praying to God.
將咧爸爸拒絕入醫院接受治療嘅嗰個嘅憤怒啦、委屈咧，我哋都同神傾訴。
So we surrender all our grievances, all our angers to the Lord.
但係好神蹟嘅係唔知點解咧，當我哋祈完禱之後，佢就同我哋講。
But what's a miracle was that after the prayer, my father said to us that
佢咧願意接受治療，
he is willing to receive the treatment.
甚至嗰段時間咧，其實係農曆新年嚟。
And actually, during that period of time, it was the Lunar New Year.
佢都咧冇扭計話一定要出院，
So he still agreed to stay in the hospital.
所以咧佢而家隻腳咧已經好返。
So right now, actually, his situation was very good now. He's recovered.
但係咧佢亦都因為咁樣又開始又煙又酒。
But yet, since then, he started to pick up the smoking and drinking again.
但係今次咧，我決定唔再咧去到話佢啲乜嘢。
But this time, I have made the decision not to blame him or whatsoever.
我決定咧繼續向神禱告，
And instead, I decided to pray to God
求神咧幫助我爸爸咧信主，
and ask God to help me so that my father could receive Christ.
幫助我爸爸咧脫離煙同埋酒嘅癮癖。
And to help my father to stay away from the addiction to smoking and drinking.
而神亦都好信實，
And God is really faithful.
佢將我咧從小到大咧所缺失嘅親情咧，佢補償俾我。
Actually, God made up with all the loss of my relationship, especially in terms of the family relationship. He returns and restores everything for me.
喺教會咧，我有一對好愛我、好接納我嘅小組長。
Because at the church, I got a wonderful couple of a shepherd. They love me. They accept me a lot.
無論咧我點樣頂撞佢哋，
No matter how I fight against them.
無論我點樣咧喺佢哋面前質疑教會有啲咩好同埋唔好，
No matter how much I doubt about the church.
佢哋咧都會用神嘅目光咧去到睇我、接納我。
And they will embrace me, accept me in God's perspective.
神都讓我咧有一個好愛我嘅丈夫，
And God also gave me a wonderful husband who loved me so dearly.
佢陪伴我咧面對媽媽嘅離世，
So he's been accompanying me to face the death of my mother.
陪伴我返鄉下咧面對爸爸糖尿病嘅事情。
So he has been going back to China with me to tackle with the issues of the diabetes of my dad.
喺我哋新婚呢1年半嘅時間，
So we've been only married for 1.5 years.
都係咧我入讀日間學房1年半嘅時間。
While at the same time, I've been studying at the Bible school for at the same time.
佢有時間咧就會陪我返神徒。
Sometimes, whenever my husband got the time, he would come to the morning devotion with me.
佢會調整自己嘅時間表，
He will adjust his personal schedule,
留返禮拜一咧放假同我一齊去拍拖。
and he will reserve the Monday off for myself, for me, so that we can spend time together.
今年咧我成為班長咧，佢都會陪我咧周圍去服侍。
And this year, I've been chosen to be the monitress at the Bible school, and he will spend time with me serving God together.
佢從來咧冇怪過我咧着重服侍多過着重同佢嘅關係。
Actually, he would never complain against me about serving God more than spending time with him.
而我嘅老爺奶奶咧都好錫我，
And also my parents-in-law, they love me as well.
佢哋咧係住將軍澳，
They're living in Changguan-o.
但係每個星期佢為咗咧可以見我，
But in order for them to meet me every week,
佢哋咧就會喺將軍澳煲完湯咧，特登過嚟荃灣返崇拜。
and they will make the soup from Changguan-o and they bring the soup along back to the church for the Sunday service.
就係希望咧佢嘅新抱可以健康。
Because why? Because they really want to make sure that my health is strong enough.
喺神嘅裏邊，
So in God,
我以為我失去嘅親情，神卻咧去到補足我嘅需要。
yeah, it might be true that I might have lost a lot of a family relationship, but in God, God restored all these things to me.
我相信咧神會繼續聽我嘅禱告，
And I believe that God will continue to listen to my prayer
帶領我一家咧去到得着救恩。
and continue to lead my family into His salvation.
願將一切榮耀頌讚都歸俾我天
May
上嘅
all the
阿爸父。
honor and glory be unto the Lord. Amen.